He says, I have a question about connecting with Ma Kali. I recently came across some information that if the Shakti manifests as Ma Kali, then it means things will likely get a lot more intense. But if she appears in her Durga form, it'll be less intense and a lot more gradually. I find myself drawn to Ma Kali lately. Sometimes I just think about her a lot and I just feel happy thinking about her. I just wish to learn more about her. But at the same time, I'm really afraid because I've heard she's intense. Yeah. Yeah, this is a great inquiry here, Panache. And I invite others to share as well if they have a relationship or something to share about their understanding of these manifestations of the Divine Mother. So as we were sharing earlier about, Ganesh being this archetypal energy that we can tap into, I described the energy of Ganesh as kind of like comfort food. That's how it feels to me. Very grounding, very soothing. That's the energy of Ganesh. Then we have the various energies of the Divine Mother within the Hindu system, within the yogic system. The Divine Mother manifests in so many different ways. So there is the form of Durga, Durga Ma. She's a warrior, but soothing, gentle, compared to her more fierce form, which is Kali, Kali, Ma Kali. And so, as the story goes, I will probably butcher it, and there's multiple different versions of the story, but there was a very scary demon. None of the masculine deities could defeat this demon. They called on Durga. Durga couldn't do it either. So Durga transformed into Kali, and Kali was able to defeat this demon. So Durga and Kali are the same, just different form, different form. Durga a little bit more gentle, a little bit more soothing, like I said. Kali much more fierce. So this demon, whenever they tried to kill it, if it bled, the drops of blood would spawn more demons, and that's why nobody could defeat it. So Kali came and slurped up all the blood. So that's how she was able to defeat this demon. Like I said, I'm sure the story is much more nuanced, and some scholars maybe are going to hear me and shake their head. But you get the general idea. It's the same form of the Divine Mother, it's same essence of the Divine Mother in various forms. And so we can invoke this type of energy and we can relate with it. And sometimes we just feel a call to any particular energy and we're not actively doing anything to invoke it. It's almost like it's calling us. So, yes, some people will describe Kali as this intense, fierce, dark, sort of like the dark mother, the dark goddess, who, slays demons and slurps up the blood, and she carries a necklace, a mala with the heads of all of these demons she's slayed, and her skirt is made out of like the arms and legs of all of her slayed demons and whatnot. And it's like really scary. But you'll note that Kali is slaying demons, not slaying you. She's protecting you. So you're okay. So whatever comes up in you to be released, Kali is gonna devour it, slice it, dice it, burn it up, eat it, consume it, burn it up in a way that purifies your system. And so if you are feeling called to Kali, you say you find yourself drawn to Kali and sometimes thinking about her, you feel happy thinking about her. This is fantastic. This is devotion. This is bhakti coming up in your heart for this manifestation of the Divine Mother. I feel it as well for Kali. If I don't know if you can see, but right over there, this is my statue of Kali in the background of my place there. I revere Kali and I recognize that she's here to slay demons, not to slay me. And if I happen to have some demonic parts of me, some dark, shadowy, clunky, karmic parts of me, we'll let her have her way with those parts too. Whatever's my true essence, she's not here to devour and destroy. And so we're safe in that way. We're safe in that way. There's like this great message from Ram Dass that I had shared, I think, on the Facebook group, where he describes, feed all of your pain, all of your anger, all the things that don't serve you anymore, feed it to Kali. Say, here, Ma, you take it. I don't want it anymore. And he says, give it to her. She's dying for it. She's drooling for it. She wants all of your impurities, and she'll take it from you. Feed it to her. Give it to her. Give it to her. You don't have to fear. Don't have to fear at all. It's those who don't understand who are afraid, or the fear comes up because they recognize there's some shadowy part of them that's about to get devoured. So that's the part that gets scared. But you don't have to fear, not at all. You don't let anybody talk you into fearing these forms of the Divine Mother. One way that I've conceptualized her, and I think this may be a bit more universal or maybe more appropriate for those who want to look at it outside of the yogic model, which can be a little intense and unusual and foreign. I thought of her as a fierce mother bear, right? So fierce mother bear, she can rip your head off, one paw, just kill you, right? Fortunately, we are her cub. We are not some predator. We are not a hunter or somebody who's entered into her territory. We are her cub. She's trying to protect us. So the moment we recognize who we are in the situation, then we feel safe. Well, thank God this fierce mother bear is looking out for us. Thank God we're safe. Okay, we can relax. But if you don't know that you're her cub, then you're going to be scared. You're going to say, this is horrifying, and I need to find somewhere to run. So remember who you are. You are a child of the Divine Mother, right? Ma Kali, mother, right? Ma. So you're her child, so you're safe. You're safe. And yes, you may relate with both. You may note that certain mantras or chants or kirtan music to Kali will also mention Durga, right? They'll say Durga Ma, Kali Ma in one verse, right? They're speaking to the same manifestation, two different manifestations of the same essence, right? And so Durga, yes, is much more gentle. I began to relate with Durga more lately, and she came and said, "Hey, Brent, it doesn't have to always be so intense. You don't have to always constantly be burning up your impurities in this really intense way. It can be gentle, so take it easy." And this was a new, fresh take for me. It was very fresh for me because my journey has been really intense. I've worked with Kali, the archetypal energy of Kali, so closely for so long. I thought this must be the only way. And Durga came and said, "Hey, take it easy on your body now. Be gentle, move slow. It's okay. It doesn't have to be so intense." So these are some ways that we can relate with these different manifestations, these different energies. I hope that can help you. Yeah. Yeah. Tay shares here, my relationship with Kali was very intense. I understand, but I'm still afraid of her. Yeah, and that's okay. It's a relationship, right? It's a relationship. It's a real relationship, which means it's developing, it's growing. We're building trust. We're getting to know one another, right? We're spending time together in these different ways. We're practicing together, right? So it's a real relationship. You're getting to know. You're getting to know her. Yeah.